There's a system that we're all taught to trust, a system we're told is the one true key to a better life. But what if I told you that system is actually a trap? A really carefully constructed design with a hidden purpose, and you've been in it your whole life.
Just think for a second about the people who truly, truly dominate our world. I mean, these names are basically synonymous with incredible success and innovation. These are the people who have literally shaped the reality that you and I live in today. But here's the crazy part. The one thing they all have in common, besides all the money, every single one of them escaped. They broke free from the very system the rest of us are told is the only way to succeed. Okay, now hold that thought and listen to this. This is from a man who followed every single rule, who poured more than a decade of his life into education, stacking up degree after degree, only to end up here, with this heartbreaking conclusion. It's like they saw the bars of the cage while the rest of us were just busy decorating the inside. So, the big question is, what is this trap and how in the world has it stayed hidden in plain sight for over 200 years? All right, let's get into it. To really get what this trap is, we first have to understand its impact, because this isn't just some abstract theory, right? It has a real and often devastating human cost. So let's go back to the story of the man we just heard from. At 18, he kicks off this journey, just full of hope. For the next 12 years, he does nothing but study. He gets 3 postgraduate degrees. He aces the national eligibility tests. He did everything he was supposed to do. And by the time he's 30, he's got nothing to show for it. The result of all that work? Just total isolation. He's so ashamed he can't even face his own family. The system that was supposed to bring him respect has left him with his shame so deep he can't even talk about it. And this is where you really see the disconnect. We're sold this amazing dream. Get the degree, get the great job, buy a big house for your parents, drive a nice car. But for so many people, the reality is a total nightmare of debt and just desperation. Living in constant fear of losing that low-paying job you only took because you had no other choice, while the loans for that house and car you were told you deserved just keep piling up. So what's going on? Is this some recent mistake? A bug in the system? Nope, not even close. The truth is, the system isn't broken. It's working exactly as it was designed to. And to understand why, we have to go back to the very beginning. Let's look at the blueprint and see how this all got started. See, the modern education system wasn't born out of some noble desire to enlighten people. It was actually built on 3 very specific and pretty selfish goals. It started with war, then it was tweaked for industry, and finally it was perfected for colonization. It all starts back in 1806. Prussia gets totally crushed by Napoleon's army, and the Prussian leaders decide, you know what the problem was? Our soldiers were thinking too much. Seriously. Their solution? A mandatory school system built for one single purpose: to churn out mindless, obedient soldiers who would follow any order without a second thought. Okay, fast forward a few decades. The Industrial Revolution kicks off and creates a new problem: a huge shortage of factory workers. Who would willingly give up their farm or their small shop to go work in some dangerous factory? Well, industrialists saw that Prussian model and had a light bulb moment. They adapted it to basically kill creativity and condition kids to believe their only purpose in life was to work for someone else. And here is the final and maybe most chilling piece of the puzzle. It's 1835, and the British need to control the massive population of India. Lord Macaulay comes up with a plan for an education system with a crystal clear goal, which he put down in his own words: to create a class of Indians who would help the British rule over their own people. A generation of clerks and administrators loyal to the colonizer, not their country. So, let that sink in. A system designed for 19th century soldiers, factory workers, and colonial clerks is still the foundation of our education in the 21st century. And the results? They're exactly what you'd expect: a total crisis. So here's the bottom line. You were never meant to be a leader, or an innovator, or an entrepreneur. The system's goal was, and it still is, to create a steady, predictable supply of employees who follow orders, respect the boss, and just work hard for that paycheck at the end of the month. And just look at the result of that design. In India today, a staggering 42% of graduates under the age of 25 are unemployed. Think about that. Decades of studying, so much money invested by their families, all for nothing.
The system isn't even delivering on its most basic promise, a job.
And hey, even for the ones who do land a job, the value is just collapsing. I mean, get a load of this. The average truck driver in the US can earn up to 10 times more than the average engineer in India. A decade of grinding through complex math and physics is valued at 1/10 of a commercial driving license. It's absurd. And don't think for a second this is just a problem for average students. We're talking about the IITs here, the absolute top tier, the pinnacle of engineering education in India. In 2023, even in these elite schools, dozens of students are graduating with no job. So if the very best aren't safe, what does that tell you about the system itself? Okay, so we've gone through the problem, we've seen the history, we've seen the real-world consequences. Now for the most important part of all. How do you break free? What's the escape plan?
Okay, first things first, you gotta shift your focus. The world doesn't care what you can memorize for a test, it cares what you can do. Use the internet, man. You can learn directly from the best people in the world in any field that interests you. Take some time off, a year if you can, to just explore, to figure out who you really are and what you actually want to build. The goal isn't just to get a job anymore, it's to become self-reliant.
And for all the parents watching, this is so important. Your kid's school is not a status symbol. A report card does not define their future. Let them get their hands dirty with real-world experience. Encourage their curiosity, whatever it is. And please understand that if they're failing physics, it might be because their real genius is in art, or music, or business, things the system doesn't even know how to measure. And for the students, listen up. Your mission is clear. The skills that will actually make you successful, like communications, sales, coding, marketing, they're just not in your syllabus. So you have to go find them. The world's greatest teachers are online right now waiting for you. And you have to change your ultimate goal. Don't aim to just find a job. Aim to become so skilled, so valuable that you never have to look for one. So, we've journeyed through history, we've seen the very real human cost, and we've laid out a potential escape plan. But when it's all said and done, it all comes down to a single, very personal decision. This system, the one built for soldiers and workers and clerks, it offers you a blueprint for your life. It's a safe path, it's predictable, but it has a ceiling. The other option? It's a blank page. Yeah, it's riskier, it's way more uncertain, but it has no limits. The choice is yours.